Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here aboard Celebrity Beyond. Now, 2 years ago, I was supposed to be on Celebrity Apex, and unfortunately, things happened, as we all know. And I'm here with Dondra Ritzenthaler, who's the Senior Vice President, Sales the Americas, actually.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about this brand new revolutionary ship that is Beyond, and you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Dondra, first of all, it's great to see you here on your new ship.
Thank you. Extremely motivated to be here. So thank you for coming, James.
Yeah. Let's talk about this new ship because it's this is the third in a series of 5, I believe, of the Edge class, and this really is even an advancement on the first 2, right?
You know, it really is. We are so proud of this Edge class series. Edge came out, then Apex. And what I love about Celebrity Beyond, and that Lisa tells this story, you know, we had originally planned for Edge to be the first, Beyond to be the second. But when we saw what we were doing to Beyond, it actually just made sense to actually change that name, right? Normally when you come out and you name a ship, you don't change it. So that's the reason we actually went Celebrity Edge and then Apex and now Beyond, because we really did, and I think you can see it, James, we really did go beyond on this third in the class. And then we have Ascent, who's number 4, and number 5 we haven't even named her yet.
I don't know, where are you going to go? Where beyond this can you go?
I know, listen, with Lisa and the entire new build team and Brian, and I can't even imagine what we could do that would be better than this ship. I mean, honestly.
It is tough because you have to, you're going to raise our expectations a lot, I tell you that much.
That's okay. I think we can deliver.
Okay. Now talk a little bit about, Royal Caribbean Group, Celebrity. You guys were some of the first out of the box during the pandemic. Obviously, we've had a real tough few years, but you've also, in most recent times, really been launching ships like it's out of style. I mean, Silversea, your other unit company, other sister, Royal Caribbean, of course, has been. I've been on all those ships. I feel like I seem to be going only on Royal Caribbean these days. Royal Caribbean Group, I should say.
That's all right with us. Well, you know, James, you're right. We at Celebrity, we were so proud because we were actually the first ship that came back in the water, period, in St. Martin, if you remember that. Right. But then on June 26th of last year, we actually were the first cruise ship to sail out of America, right? And we were so incredibly proud to do that. And I'm really proud of our corporation, you know, with Jason Liberty now at the helm, and Lisa and Michael, how we have been so focused and so smart and strategic about bringing the ships back in the cadence that we brought them back, and how the travel advisors have really supported us and the load factors are growing every single week. But we really felt like that it was time to move forward, right? Literally looking in that windshield and not the rearview mirror, and that attitude, and we have to get back and we have to show you as the press who will write about it and the consumers that it is time and we are back, and we provide not only the most beautiful vacation experience but the safest vacation, right?
Yeah, no, that's been a big point, and a lot of people are still out there thinking cruises, because of some unfortunate coverage of press actually 2 years ago, that cruises are not safe. But in reality, as we were talking during the press conference just a few minutes ago, that cruising is probably the safest form of travel right now.
You know, it really is. I love the fact that, you know, you have to have a vaccination to cruise with us, which we love because that makes it so much safer. And then there's so many things, James, on board the ship, you know, whether it's the advanced water treatment and the HVAC and the protocols that we have. And yet the reality of it is that when you walk on a ship, you forget the rest of the world even exists. And that's what I really love, is that we are on a ship and we are in a bubble and it is safe. And so therefore, when you get on a ship, you can leave the rest of the world behind. And I so really love that.
No, and it's a great way. It's a great way to vacation, great way to get away. Of course, you and I work at this, so I don't know if we're very lucky, but it's not like we leave work behind, because this is work, believe it or not.
Well, you know, we are blessed in our lives that we actually get to do this for a living, James, and that we are being paid to have this wonderful experience on Celebrity Beyond. And, you know, I want to go and add one more thing to us being back in the business first, and, you know, the things that we're doing. I also am really proud of what we did as a corporation, along with Vicki and Lisa Lutoff-Perlo, Michael, Richard Bain, and certainly Jason, is the support that we also gave to our travel advisors.
Which was huge. You were really a leading company in doing this and going out with different loan programs, going out with different commission, everything else that you could think of to get travel advisors through this period. And I think a lot of them got through, right?
Well, I mean, I'm so proud of our travel advisors. The resilience that they have shown through this is extraordinary. But things like helping them with the PPP loans that the government did, and then doing, RCL Cares that actually gave them a loan from us, right? In addition to that, and then protecting commission on canceled sailings, future cruise sailings. We did that because they're really a valuable part in this proposition with us. We can't do it without them. And we need the travel advisors. We need that distribution system. And so we think that was important. And then the other thing, really, James, that I'm so proud of in addition to what we did with the travel advisors is the crew. And you can feel that, right? 98% of our crew came back to Celebrity Cruises. And I really want to give a testament to like Brian Abel and Captain Manolis, because I think we authentically let our crew know how much they meant to us. We stayed so in touch with them. They did video calls, newsletters every month, stayed really close to the crew, and the crew, I think, felt that love from us. And as corny as that may sound, I think that's why they have almost all come back. And that
was really a problem because a lot of people there were shortages of labor shortages in the cruise industry because people hadn't come back, right?
Well, and I'm blessed that this team has done such a remarkable job that did not apply to us. And I'm so proud of this company because I think the crew members know and feel that we really care about them, just like I think the travel advisors do. And that is also why you look around this ship and you see these beautiful places, but you feel the heart and the soul of the crew while we're enjoying these places. And I think all of that together is why we were able to come back first, why we were, able to come back in such a strong way. And now the bookings are really coming, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
That's great. Now let's go back to Celebrity Beyond itself. This is a bigger ship than the other two, right?
It is. We're actually excited. We actually stretched her and then added one more deck, right? And what I love about what we did is, first of all, when you walk through this ship, James, you cannot tell. La Voyage, that amazing Danielle Blue restaurant, and the world-class bar is really what we added, right, to the space that we extended. Plus now the retreat, which is by far the most gorgeous place on the ship. It's 2 stories instead of 1. And it's so awesome that, designers like Kelly Hoppen and, Nate Berkus and, oh my God, the Sunset Bar.
Yeah, we're going to talk. We were up there just last night, right?
The Sunset Bar is exquisite. I don't know for you guys listening, Nate Berkus, who is a great friend of Celebrity Cruises and a beautiful architect, has his own television show. He's just phenomenal. Lisa basically just gave him carte blanche and said, take the Sunset Bar and do whatever you want.
Right.
And James, was it not the most gorgeous space back there?
It was absolutely stunning, and unfortunately, I had to go meet you downstairs because there was a travel advisor function down at another great area, Eden, and that's not a bad area either.
It's gorgeous.
But the Sunset Bar truly is amazing, and I'm probably going to go up there again tonight just to take a look because it is totally different. And as you said, the retreat is larger now. There's things going on. There's the new restaurant, obviously the only Danielle Boulou restaurant at sea. Okay, can you get me in there?
Let me work on that. It depends on how
it's very popular, and someday I'll get it. Well, actually,
He's asking me on camera, so obviously we'll have to make that happen, right?
No, you were very kind a few years ago. I went to the Danielle. We were all at Danielle
in New York. Exactly.
We introduced the partnership. So I have Danielle. It's fine, but it is a beautiful restaurant. You'll see it on camera, and it sounds exquisite for those lucky few that get to go there.
Well, it's small, and it's small on purpose, right? And so that actually is a kind of one of the cool parts about it, but mainly it's just because Danielle Boulou is such an amazing partner with us. Cornelius Gallagher, Danielle Boulou was his mentor, and I think that's how the relationship came to be. And yesterday when we were on the ship and we were actually touring the restaurant, he actually called Lisa
Really?
It was the coolest thing because he's talking to us, her in particular, while we're doing it, seeing it for the first time. So that was really special.
I met him that night that we were in New York. It was very nice guy. I've met him before, but to actually have a real Daniel Boulou restaurant here on this ship is amazing.
It's exquisite. It really is. But I also want to talk about, because we talked about the retreat and the Sunset Bar, and of course the ship itself is so beautifully appointed everywhere. The shops and the flow, but the Martini Bar, I don't know if you saw it last night.
Yeah, no, that's what it really is the center of the ship. It's what is it called, the Grand Plaza?
Grand Plaza.
And it truly, everybody talks about atriums being a center of a ship, but I got to tell you, this one really works.
Oh no, this is the heartbeat of the ship. So on Edge and on Apex, the Martini Bar in Grand Plaza is actually up against the wall, so you can use half of it with guests. And then we've got the teams that do all of those amazing, cool things with the drinks and all of that. But we moved it to the center, or almost to the center. And now the guests go all the way around the Martini Bar. And you guys, the energy is electric.
And there's a light show every, I don't know how many minutes, there's a light show, and then all the bartenders, let's just say they put on a little show as well, right?
And you would love it. Like, I love that. It's so entertaining, but literally they line up all these martini glasses and then they pour them all at the same time, standing on the bar. It's cool, right? When you say it's cool.
It's cool. And when you're going back, and last night I think I moved from one entertainment venue. You have this art show, Arte, which is a wonderful show. It's dancers, sound light, acrobats, all set with art, which is kind of an innovative thing to do. And I moved from there through the whole Grand Plaza back to Eden, which was this. I saw Decadence last night. We were being decadent, so that's
Decadence in Eden, I think, is so super cool. Because it's a different group, right, than the performers that are in the main theater with Arte, which I do love the art connection to that show. It's beautiful. But when you get into Eden and you see what these guys do, that's so entertaining, and so it's so much more intimate, right? Because it's just not the big theater, even though the technology and
the performance are all around you, and
they're all around you, and it's so amazing. This was the first time I had seen it last night when we were together. And then at the end of it, which is about 35 minutes, at the end of it, they bring all of the guests on the dance floor, and then the DJ starts, and I'm telling you, that place was rocking. I was actually out much later than I actually thought I was going to be.
I had to go back and work. I don't know about you, but I had to do actually the newsletter, so that was a little difficult. But I did stay for most of it, I got to tell you.
It was so much fun. But then the other thing that I really want to mention, James, is the rooftop garden. And I don't know if you've had a chance to go up there.
I ate dinner there a little cool last night, but it was okay.
No, right? But we had blankets. Which is
I had blankets. Cool. It's like a barbecue, burgers, but really very, very high end.
Exactly. But what I love is, we not only made some tweaks to the actual rooftop garden, but then we added that cantilevering pools with that little cocktail space right there. And I got to tell you, for groups, meetings, renting out that space, I think will be one of the most beautiful places to have a cocktail party. And I say renting, I don't know why. It's actually just reserving it, right? So you go in and you've got that gorgeous space that's very much an intimate space, right? Just like, James, if you then keep going to that Sunset Bar,
which is right behind,
which is right there.
Yeah.
Now there's so many different places, right, that you could have little cocktail parties that is a part of the Sunset Bar. But I love how Nate designed those to where you're still a part of the Sunset Bar, but it really is a more intimate space, and the archways and the design, and it's just gorgeous.
It is a lovely site. Well, I was going to say something because you and I have been around a while with this line. It's a lot better than the lawn was. We remember there was just a lawn one, so that was good. The lawn club. The lawn was great, but this is
amazing. The lawn club I thought was super clever, and never forget when Richard Fain was challenging the team on the lawn club to use real turf. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
But, it just kind of tells you how the evolution of cruising is continuing to just get more innovative and more creative. And when you look at what Nate did and what Kelly Hoppen has done, it's just exquisite. I mean, it is truly an exquisite vacation option, which, we call it new luxury. And I love what Lisa said earlier, that it's relaxed luxury, right? It's not stuffy. It's not pretentious, but man, does it really deliver on a beautiful luxury experience.
Well, if you have a Daniel Boulou restaurant, you have a large spa, by the way, you have all these other incredible venues. We always say, well, for some reason, luxury had become smaller ships. And this is not the largest ship, but it is definitely a new luxury, and it is luxury on board. And that's what Lisa's been saying for the past few years, that, at one time, the largest ships were the luxury ships. And so this one is really delivering on a lot of different counts, with culinary, with spa, with staterooms everywhere else. So this is luxury.
Well, and think about this, right? Ritz-Carlton hotels, Four Seasons hotels, Mandarin Hotel, those are not small hotels, right, but they are beautiful and they're luxury. At Celebrity Cruises, I believe so humbly and honestly that we deliver on a luxury vacation just like they do. And if you want something that's more small, you could stay in the retreat the entire time, and that's basically the same size.
This kind of the private area where you have your own kind of little pools, you have your own restaurant, and really that's where the bigger suites are, right?
Absolutely. And if you want, you can stay there. But what I love about Celebrity is that you could stay in the retreat, which is about the same size as a luxury cruise line. Right. But then you could leave and go do all of these other beautiful things.
All the entertainment, right?
Spa, casino, you name it, and then go back. And so that's why I really think it's a perfect, new luxury, relaxed luxury experience.
Okay. Your favorite feature on this ship?
Oh my God, that's so hard. I'd probably have to say the retreat because it is so gorgeous, but you could find me at the Sunset Bar.
I'll look for the other. Now, anything else you want to tell our 100,000 travel advisors out there about this brand new ship and what's going on at Celebrity today?
I just want to say, guys, as you always know, we are here for you. We're in this together. Let's look in the windshield and not the rearview mirror and sail Celebrity Cruises with all of your heart and soul. And beyond is just one more reason that we help you make money by selling our products. So, James, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's the first way. 2 years ago we were supposed to do this, and here we are back. We just left out of Southampton. We're cruising around out in the English Channel. It's a beautiful day, actually. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so glad to be here because it's been a long time since I've been on a Celebrity ship, but this is the right one to be on.
Absolutely.
It's beyond, right?
It's beyond. See everybody soon.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.